Summer is well upon us, and with that comes an increased risk of skin cancer. It's estimated that one Australian will be diagnosed with melanoma every half an hour, and one person will die from melanoma every 5 hours. The group most at risk is young people aged 15 to 39. Melanoma Institute Australia is rallying young people to pay attention to their skin, leveraging the iconic Aussie catch cry, "Game on, mole." Co-Medical Director at the Melanoma Institute Australia, Professor Richard Scolyer, joins us now for more on this. Professor Scolyer, thank you so much for coming in. I don't understand this because when I was a kid, we did all the wrong things. And back then, we didn't know about the sun safe message. We went out in the middle of the day. We didn't wear hats. We baked ourselves in the sun. Is the message not catching on? Have we learnt nothing?
I well remember those days too, Jacinta. In fact, it's now 60 years since the pioneering Australian discovery that melanoma was caused by the harmful effects of the sun, yet we still have the highest incidence of melanoma anywhere in the world. And you can go out to any of our beautiful beaches on a summer day and you'll see people punishing their bodies, breeding their melanomas. So we've still got work to do.
Do people not understand the connection, or they just think that they're invincible?
I think in young people in particular, you'd think it'll happen to someone else, and trying to get the message through to them is a real challenge for us. And really that's why we came up with this campaign, Game on, Mole.
Yeah, so with that, you've used a catchphrase like that. It's such an Aussie phrase, isn't it? You're using that because you are trying to target young people so they can get this message. You've got a few well-known ambassadors, Kathy Lette and Kate Campbell, just to name a couple. Before we talk more about the Game on Mole campaign, let's have a listen to what they've got to say.
Rack off, you fish-faced mole. That's my contribution to the Australian vernacular, made famous in puberty blues. You could actually play join the dots with my sunspots, and what they would say is, you should have worn sunblock, you idiot. Which is why I'm very happy to be supporting this campaign called Game on Mole, so that you will search for moles of a different kind, the ones that can give you melanoma.
Game on Mole is urging young Australians to notice changes in their skin by doing what we do best, taking pictures. That's right, just take a picture of your skin now and again at the end of summer, and if you notice any changes, seek medical advice immediately. It could just save your life. So, Game on Mole. Let's save lives from melanoma this summer. Isn't it time you took your skin more seriously?
There's no one better than Kathy Lette to roll that off her. She rolls off her tongue, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Game on Mole. So Olympic swimmer Kate Campbell, she's actually a melanoma survivor, so perfect person to have as an ambassador. We heard her there urging people to take photos of their skin at the beginning of summer and at the end. What does that do?
Well, the reason we're getting people to do that is pretty simple, really. We know that if we detect melanoma early and treat it, most people will be cured. So, in fact, 90% of people who have their melanoma detected early are cured by simple surgery. And the idea is that we get people to take a photograph of their skin at the start of summer, take another one at the end of the summer. If they notice any changes, even if they notice any changes in the interim, seek medical attention, because, in fact, it might be the most important selfie that they ever take. And if we can get this message through about the importance of early detection, that'll really be a massive leap forward in our goal at Melanoma Institute Australia of having 0 deaths from melanoma.
Can you usually spot a change? Is it that easy to detect?
So most melanomas either develop within a mole, or they look like a mole or a sunspot. So that's why we're using this catchphrase, Game on Mole, in its most literal sense, because of that.
We know that federal MP Jason Clare, he went public in federal parliament this year with his own story of a melanoma diagnosis, and he said that he was lucky to catch it early, and he did that by the same thing. He saw a change, he went straight to his GP, and he found out that they removed it straight away, and they found out that he actually had melanoma. There he is in Parliament holding up the Game on Mole T-shirt. So how important is that if you see a change, time is of the essence, so you need to get straight to the GP?
That's exactly right, Jacinta. So, as I said earlier, if we detect it early and treat it, cut it out, basically that improves outcomes. So, as I say, more than 90% of people who have the disease detected early are cured from it. So that's the message that we want to get through. In fact, I've brought along a T-shirt just like Jason was holding up for you, Jacinta.
Oh, that's for me. Okay,
Yeah, that's for
I was wondering
you.
why you weren't wearing it.
No.
That's great. Thank you. I'm very happy to wear that. I'll be spreading the message. I actually had a basal cell carcinoma removed from my face this year. That's not melanoma, but we know that's the precursor to melanoma.
Yeah, it's another type of skin cancer. It's not as melanoma is the most dangerous form of skin cancer, and basal cell carcinoma is on the less dangerous but much more common form of skin cancer.
Still, it's a wake-up call for all of us to keep checking. The people like me who did the damage early, which so many of us in our generation did, is it too late to adopt sun-safe practices?
It certainly is not. We know that protecting your skin from the sun at any age, even older Australians, is beneficial to your health. In fact, using sunscreens daily, even in elderly people, it will make precancerous sunspots go away in some instances. So we encourage all Australians to use sun-smart behaviour. Avoid the sun in the middle of the day. We live in a great climate. We want to make the most of it, but just be sensible. Avoid the sun in the middle of the day. Wear protective clothing. Wear a broad brim hat, sunglasses, and wear sunblock on areas that are exposed to the skin, and put on your sunglasses.
You've only been saying that for 60 years and we still haven't got the message.
No, unfortunately, yeah, we still have the highest incidence of melanoma anywhere in the world, and we've certainly still got work to do.
Well, hopefully people hearing this tonight will be reminded as we head into those warmer months. Professor Richard Scolyer, thank you so much for your time. Game on, Mole.
Thank you. Game on, Mole, Jacinta.